Hey, y'all. Let me get to some drama real quick. That should count. I'll be right.
No me pueden decir que esta bolsita. Women definitely need to wake up and take the shortcut in life. This is why men are jealous of y'all, because y'all actually have the shortcut to take. They can't take the shortcut. That's why they're mad. You can wake up tomorrow and decide you want to be with some old man and skip 20 years of labor. Think about it. It may take them 20 years to afford the type of house that you could go move right into tomorrow if you just date a certain man. Think about it.
I don't know.
It may take them years to save up or get their credit right to buy the type of car that they want. You could go get it in a week if you date the right man. This is why they're mad at y'all. Okay? So I'm here to tell y'all there's another way. There's a shortcut. Y'all ain't got to sit there and struggle in the dust. Now, who's to say you have to be with that man forever that levels you up to the next level? Who's to say that you got to be with them forever either? We definitely hold all the power. Men hate us for it. Men are jealous for it. And unless they're the men that are providing and have way more than enough money to do what they need to do. Okay? So, stop listening to guys that are jealous of you. Stop dealing with men who want to keep you in struggle mode and survival mode. Level yourself up. Do it for you and your future generations. Okay? Men should be bragging on how well that they can take care of you. Not complaining. Otherwise, they're not ready to have a woman. They're ready to have another stream of income instead. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to complain about the woman you can't afford. You obviously need another stream of income and not a woman. Simple as that. And when you get old, maybe you can get you a woman too that you could actually afford. All right, but see, the problem is, in this day and age, these men aren't focusing on the right thing, and they're getting their priorities out of order. So by the time they actually get old, they don't have nothing but child support to pay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be chasing behind women y'all can't afford, dropping babies on them, collecting.
That got y'all out of here.
By the time you ain't got two pennies to rub together because you got all this child support to pay because you didn't focus on yourself as a man.
When the shit be hidden and y'all leave the child. Okay.
To get your money up as a man, to establish yourself in society as a man. Instead, you chasing behind something that you can't afford. Women definitely need to wake up and take the shortcut in life. Happy Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
You tried to be choosy. Now you got yourself in a doozy. And for your headquarters, it's Tuesday. Who without them plus sizes? You couldn't make no money, took out them plus sizes.
Whole outfit.
Happy Fat Tuesday.
Cardi B.
Now what relationships look like for me is like, I'm somewhere between Uncle Jesse and Erykah Badu, probably. I'm living with my family. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. I want to be in my own house, and I want to be in my own house with my family. I always want us to have that. Like, that makes me happy. So I don't think that my love or a relationship with me necessarily looks like we live together. Or if we do live together, we live together part-time. Like when I'm coming to where you're at, and I decide to stay with you for a little while, and then I go back to my house. So there's a big space that has to be held for independence and freedom. That doesn't mean I want to sleep with everybody. That's not what I mean by freedom. Although it could look like that. It really means I just want to have my own space to be me. And I think that's something I used to lie about because I felt like I had to perform what it was.
Okay, my 2 cents. You can have that. But I guess when people put their ideal relationship in front of you and you think your relationship has to emulate that, that's one thing. But Kiki got like, she's successful on her own and she's been successful for a really long time. And clearly her husband was not on the same level. With that being said, it's like she wants to be in control of things and have things go her way, which is totally fine. But the way men set up, they wanted to go their way, even though she's probably the breadwinner in majority of her relationships. She is probably the breadwinner, but men be, oh, I need the big piece of chicken. I need the big piece of steak. She probably like, nah, I want the big piece. I bought it. I provided it. I bought it. Like being a rich woman, like really changes your relationship dynamics. Like so her relationships are like, I don't know, she gonna have issues. Really, any successful woman that comes across this screen is gonna have issues dating. That's just that.
To be a part. You know, I'm surprised more people don't think like this, especially millennials and Gen Z. I'm surprised that the way that technology has reshaped our everyday life, that more people are not designing a life that's fit for them. I'm surprised that people are frustrated that they're not performing the relationship production. But why do you want to? Who said when you get married, you're supposed to move in with each other? Whose design is that? I want you to think about what I'm saying, right? I understand the economics of moving in with each other, right? But typically, people are not moving in with each other because that's going to be like a force multiplier. They're moving in with each other because they believe that's the way the performance goes. Are these decisions being made based on your design or the design? Because the design was created by other people. And I understand if you seen your mom and your dad do something a certain way, they got that from somewhere, right? And I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but what I am confused about is how come people are trying to create the same thing over and over and over again? Why are people trying monogamy? How do you even know that you're monogamous, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're poly either. You don't even have to have any label. Just be water. You know what I mean? Whatever the situation is, become that. But I'm saying though, why keep doing the same thing over and over? Why not keep your place and they keep their place? Why not be long-term dating each other? Why does it have to look a certain type of way, even though we see things keep failing? So what people are saying is there's something wrong with the people, but not the actual architecture of the relationships, right? It's not the system of relationships, it's the people. People believe that keep the system the way it is, and the problem is the people and not the system. How do you know it's not a problem with the design? People are trying to recreate a design that you don't know if it works. Your point of reference and this romantic ideal of the past, we're talking about people that didn't have options. We're talking about people that couldn't read or write. You really think those people wanted to live 10 people in a 1-2 bedroom house, 1 bathroom? You think that's what they wanted? You know what I'm saying? They did what they knew to do, what they were taught to do. Why are you comparing yourself to people that had no money? Why are you comparing yourself to people that had no internet? Why are you comparing yourself to people that couldn't read or write? Why are you comparing yourself to people that lived under a different condition than you? And you're trying to plug their way of life into your way of life, and you have access to the internet. You have access to libraries. You have access to a passport and could travel anywhere in the world. Why are you comparing 100 years ago to your life? And you think you're doing it wrong. So when a person like Keke Palmer is saying this, people are like, oh, what's the point of even getting in a relationship? So basically people that think like that, what you're saying is when you find a partner, it's supposed to look like this. And if it doesn't, you're a failure. But what if you found out that nobody was looking? What if you found out that nobody gave a fuck what you were doing? You'll probably date that guy. You'll probably pick that girl, right? If you found out nobody was looking and nobody was in your business, your decision making would be different. But the problem is you need to deliver your performance on a platter to your tribe, and your tribe has to co-sign your decision. But this is why you get fuck you money. Right? This is why you design a life that's Teflon to your tribe. So even if they don't approve, nothing in your life stops. Even if they don't approve, it don't stop your money. It don't stop your network. It doesn't stop your connections. You need tribal approval because you can't stand on your own too. And that's a big thing. This is why many people can't design a life that works for them, is because they're not independent. They're connected to their mother, their father, their tribe, and whatever their tribe says goes, or you're going to be cut off, and people are afraid to stand alone. Yo, design a life that works for you. You don't have to live with that man. You don't have to live with that girl. But if y'all do live with each other, y'all can sit down at the table and design a relationship dynamic that works for the both of y'all, instead of taking a societal plug-in and putting that software into your individual relationship. And then you compare your relationship to a performance, or what and how you think it's supposed to look. You are in the future. No one's looking. Design a relationship infrastructure that is fit for you and the people that you connect with.
Now what relationships look like for me is like, I'm somewhere between Uncle